Hey guys, welcome back to Canadian Beer Journal. My name is Kevin. I figured for my first review I would do a beer that I felt represented the Ontario beer scene. So we're going to go with Muskoka's Twice as Mad Tom IPA. Well, actually double IPA. What I think is really neat about this beer is it represents sort of the forward momentum that Ontario brewers are getting these days. Um, so Muskoka Brewery, for a long time, was only doing sort of fairly mild ales, like a cream ale. They do a lager and dark ale. In 2011, they released Mad Tom, which is a really aggressive IPA. Um, and it did so well, I think it became their number one seller, that actually in late 2012, they released this, which is a double IPA version. And I remember when it first came out, you could barely get it in the store. It would just fly off the shelves. You'd need to wait for the next shipment to come in. That's the kind of excitement that's actually going on in the Ontario craft beer scene, which I think is absolutely great. There are a number of unique things about this beer in terms of being a double IPA. Most breweries will do them as seasonals, as specialty brews, those sorts of things. They actually do this as a regular. You can get this any day of the week now that people aren't sort of going nuts over it. In 4 packs, I think for about 13 bucks here. Or you can get it in the OCB Winter Craft Pack, which actually has some other really neat beers. If you guys are around Ontario, I'd recommend picking that up. Stats wise, this beer is 8.4%, so it's a pretty big beer, fairly regular for a double IPA. It's 71 IBUs, which seems a bit low for double IPA, but it actually works, as you'll see when we get into it. Has 5 different hops in it, in addition to the normal Chinook and Cascade that you get in regular Mad Tom. It also has Millennium, Columbus, and Aurora. Alrighty, so let's crack it open here. Opener, and show you what it looks like. Do a quick tasting on it, and give you my thoughts on it. Alrighty. I happen to have a Muskoka glass here too. You can tell I'm a bit of a fan. Alright, there you go. You can see sort of hazy orange body. What about a finger and a half cream colored head there. Good looking beer. Let's give it a sniff. So you're definitely getting a lot of the hops in there. But they're more fruity. They're not as sort of just citrus focused or piney as you would get in the regular Mad Tom, which is just Chinook and Centennial, which is a fairly piney and citrusy hop. This, you're definitely getting a bit more fruit, sort of tropical fruits like mango, pineapple, kind of a canned pineapple. Smells really nice. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. Alright, so as you'd expect, immediately it's a really big, bitter rush. But then as it settles, you get a lot of interesting notes. So first off, you get those fruity notes again. You do get a bit of citrus, kind of like a lemon rind kind of feel going on. And then you get a really big, creamy malt backbone. Um, I know that when they brewed this beer, they didn't want it to be overly malty. A lot of double IPAs get kind of sticky and sweet. They wanted something just a bit more hop forward. They've definitely achieved that, but it still is very well balanced for a beer this size and this type. Um, I like a really big double IPA. It's kind of fun to have those ridiculous beers, but this was actually really nice, very drinkable. It definitely does have that sort of sticky mouth feel that you'd expect in a big double IPA, but as I say, it's a bit more restrained than something you might be used to, especially in American ones like, say, Stone Ruination or something like that. It's not quite as extreme. It's drinkable, but it's still a bit different, and it definitely takes it in a different direction from the standard Mad Tom. I would actually say that the basic Mad Tom beer is a bit more bitter than this, even though it's slightly less IBUs, just because obviously the malt bill has to be a bit lower. So overall, I would give this beer a 9. I really do like it. I like that it's well balanced. I think it's a great beer, but you know, in a way, I do prefer a double IPA that's just a bit silly, a little bit unbalanced. That it's just a little bit more out there. But great beer. If you see it, pick it up. especially if you're hankering for a double IPA. It's always there. That's what I love about it. It's not a seasonal or anything like that. So, pick it up. Cheers.